Hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me here. My name is Charity, and this message is for Virgo. So, this is going to be a you and them love reading. All of your cards on one side and your person's cards on the other. This is someone you are connected to energetically, romantically, someone that you are thinking about, and someone who is thinking about you. I'm recording this message for the energies of November, but I ask these readings to be timeless and give you something you need to hear when you need to hear it. For your cards, Virgo, I'll be using the Mystical Manga Tarot by Random Barbara Moore. For your person, the Fortune Telling Tarot Deck by Yoshitaka Amano. And if clarifiers are needed, the Manga Tarot by Selena Lynn. So let's get started. We already had one jump out and it just flew out, and the energy of it, just the way it kind of jumped out on its own. The card came out a little bit early. It doesn't surprise me, the energy, because it's the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is swift. It's fast moving. It can be the energy of forward movement, messages, communication. This could be you, Virgo, feeling guided to reach out to someone or wanting to reach out or talk to someone. Could be also hearing from someone as well, maybe unexpectedly. But I do feel like all these wands are kind of flying towards your person's energy. So this is that for what you're thinking overall, it is like an energy of like forward movement. Let's make this happen kind of energy. So that already jumped out. Let's go ahead and see what else is going on. Spirit, what is going on in the daily life could be affecting Virgo in this connection. What is happening in their heart space? What intentions do they have towards this connection? What intentions do they have? And what is a potential outcome in the near future for whenever you are meant to hear this message? One more card. Couple cards almost came out. Okay. And it's interesting because then the one that came out it's a positive card, but a little bit of hesitant. And it was interesting because the way the cards were like starting to come out and then kind of going back, it is a little bit of thinking. It is a little bit of planning energy you've got going on here. Okay. Let's get the cards for your person before we get too far into this. Spirit, what is the heart of the matter for the person connected to or coming towards Virgo? What are they thinking about this connection right now? What are they thinking? What are some things going on in the daily life could be affecting this connection? What is happening in the heart space? How are they feeling? How are they feeling about Virgo? What intentions do they have towards this connection? What intentions do they have towards this connection? And what is a potential outcome? What is a potential outcome in the near future for whenever you are meant to hear this message? One more card. Wow. Well, we got two, but I'm going to go ahead and take them. On the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Oh my goodness. And just when I went to like show you that card, this one just sort of peeked out, and I know that card really well. That is the Hierophant energy. Taurus energy could be significant, but honestly, this could be somebody thinking about making some sort of offer to get a little more serious with that Hierophant energy there. And there is something, it's on the bottom of the deck, so maybe they haven't acted on it yet, but something specific, something concrete that this person definitely wants to do to kind of show you how they're feeling or how serious they are. So heart of the matter, we already talked about a little bit, is the Eight of Wands. And it's interesting because there is mirroring energy of the Eight of Wands in your person's side as well. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But I do feel like there's interest, there's mutual attraction. Sagittarius energy could be significant here. There is a desire to, see where this can go, see what can happen. I love the Eight of Wands in a love reading because it just reminds me of those moments, when you're first really getting to know someone and you find yourself like talking all night or texting all night and you just can't get enough of them. I know me and my boyfriend first started seeing each other. We both had so much going on. I was like a single parent. He was a single parent, working crazy hours. And we were both in service, like restaurants. So we get off at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we'd have like kids to take care of in the morning and everything. And we just like wanted to see each other. So like almost every night we would find a way to get together and go out, even if it was just like an hour, in the middle of the night. And we were just talking about that the other day. I have like, when did we sleep, But it was that exciting energy of, I just want to see more of you. I want to know more of you. I want to hear your stories. I want to talk. And I feel like that's the energy, and it's coming from both sides here. So your person, and more mirroring energy. Some of you could be dealing with a strong soul connection. I just have to say that with 2 mirroring cards right off the bat. And we'll talk about this when it comes up in yours as well. But for the heart of the matter for your person, we have the 2 of Wands. Aries energy could be significant. But you know how I said with your final card, it was like a little bit of like hesitant energy. It's because you do have the 2 of Wands here. And I'm bringing it up because I like the imagery. This is somebody, so your person, what they're thinking about with this connection, and where you might be, headed as well. It is the energy of somebody who's holding the world in their hand. Somebody who is interested. Wands are interest, passion, communication, attraction, partnership. It can be like business, like somebody you work with, somebody you know. It can be a friendship, can be romantic, but it's the energy of wanting to move forward, as a partnership, like move forward with somebody. But here you've got the world in your hand. This person is planning. And do you see how they're still inside the castle wall? They haven't taken the step, out there to really explore it yet. Like they're thinking and planning and deciding, but they are very interested. And I saw on the bottom of the deck already, they've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant, which is making an offer towards something more serious. And right now it feels like there's something about this person being in like a little bit of like that planning phase, thinking about what to do, thinking about how to move forward. In your daily life, you've got the Justice card and the 2 of Swords. And I have to say, 2 of Swords is Libra energy and it's air. And the Justice card is Libra energy. And so I feel like it's more mirroring here. But the Justice energy is all about how the universe is always seeking and striving for balance. Everything is always coming into balance. What we put out comes back to us. The thoughts, the feelings. Sometimes, it's like in a connection, things can be moving along really great, and then one person can get nervous, and all of a sudden the other person, maybe they're not even talking, will pick up on that nervous energy, and then they'll get nervous. And then the other person will be like, oh my gosh, they got quiet and nervous. What did I do? And then they get more nervous, and then they get more quiet, and the other person gets more quiet. And then it's like kind of snowballs, with you guys kind of get, giving each other mixed signals, that sort of thing. And it's because you're just in the same vibration. It's the same thing as when, 2 people are really excited and passionate and, communicating, and you get in that vibration, and it just sort of like one energy brings in another energy. So it's something to keep in mind. Sometimes it's like we want somebody in our life, we want to talk to them, we want to see them, but we're also really frustrated for some reason if they aren't making time, or if they aren't, reaching out, or if they aren't showing up. And so we get frustrated. So it's like we're sending out this energy of, oh, I want you in my life, but at the same time we're frustrated with them, and we're sending out that energy, and it's a lot of mixed signals. And your guides are saying, what you're putting out comes back to you. And so really think about, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, because I do believe we pick up on each other's energy. And this is something I know and know well, kind of like that feeling you get right before somebody calls you, like you think about them and they call you. We pick up on each other's energy, especially if we're connected. Now with this Justice card showing up in your daily life, it is upright. It is very positive. I love it because it means that things will be right. Things will be fair. It's putting in equal, time and energy. Something maybe that you've been working on, maybe you've been putting in a ton of energy, maybe can start to, pay off. Sometimes it's like really good things coming for what, the energy and work you've put in, because things are always balancing out, and it is your daily life. So really could be a great payoff for someone. I also feel like in a love reading, it can be what, you're feeling, they're feeling, that equal kind of energy. And I feel that a lot in this. And maybe the 2 of you haven't talked about it. There's a little bit of quiet here, but it's almost like you're both feeling a lot alike, like a lot. And you might not even know it. Also, I have to say, with the Justice card showing up in your daily life, could be finalizing some things, balancing some things out. If you have been dealing with something, maybe legal things or paperwork could come out in your favor. I always have to say that with the Justice card, but I really feel like it's that energetic thing, because this energy is going back and forth. They've got this Two of Swords, which is in many ways like a minor arcana, because it's also Libra, and it is the energy of when it's time to make a heart over head decision and you're overthinking it, and it is time for a decision. And I do feel like there's this like angsty, kind of antsy energy. It's almost like this person knows that something needs to be said, something needs to be done, but they're all up in their head about it. I'm kind of curious what this is. Spirit, why do we have the Two of Swords here? What is this person thinking about and trying to decide here? I knew this was about decisions. We got the Judgment card. I mean, that can be the universe blowing the trumpet and saying, it's time right now. It's time to make a decision. It's time to make a move. Now, Virgo, you could be feeling that nudge. Your person could be feeling that nudge. You both. There's a lot of really balanced energy here. But with the Judgment card, it is putting things in the past and moving into a more positive future, more open, being very genuine. It can be a very powerful turning point. And it is the energy at times, can be somebody wanting to resurrect something. So I just have to say that somebody could be thinking about you, making plans, trying to decide what to say or do, wanting to talk about something, maybe because, maybe it started off like this, exciting and, moving quickly and everything happening. And then it got a little out of balance because somebody's overthinking here and somebody's a little hesitant, even with the Two of Wands. And the universe is saying, come on, it's time. It's time to be decisive. I mean, sometimes with the Judgment card, it's almost like do something now or not, but this is the moment, and I just feel like this person could be getting kind of like a nudge from the universe. So in your heart space, more decisions. I always feel like decisions with the Two of Pentacles. Now, it is an energy. And Capricorn energy could be significant here. Somebody who might have a lot going on, might have a lot on your plate. And it's kind of funny that I thought about that story of me and my boyfriend when we were first together and how much we had going on and finding that time, to prioritize the connection and all of that. And this could be something that you are thinking about and, wanting to make things work, wanting to know how it can all work out. With the Two of Pentacles, you're handling things better than you realize. There's even like a playful lightheartedness about, about how you're doing it all. And you might not even realize, like you have things more in hand than you even know. And I'm telling you, nobody can get things done like a Virgo. I've been living with one for years. Gosh. And he can have a million things going on, but if he gets his mind set on something, he can manage it. And I feel like you could have a lot on your plate, but I think with this coming up in your heart space, you could be thinking, how do I make this work? How do I prioritize this? You also could be trying to balance some emotions, because I'm really drawn to these big waves here, and could be a lot of emotions. And sometimes we get a lot of feelings come up and we have a lot going on. And sometimes we almost like want to compartmentalize, like, oh, I can't get all emotional about this right now. I've got things to do, like that kind of energy with the waves in the background. But maybe you're trying to balance that. Your person in their heart space has the Page of Swords in reverse. I have not seen this one come up in reverse, this particular one. And I feel like the Page of Swords comes up quite a lot, and because it is that energy of thinking about someone, maybe checking their social media, asking about them, maybe having some things that you want to say but maybe you haven't said yet. The Page of Swords can be very secretive, but with the Page of Swords in reverse, I like, as soon as I saw that, and there's a lot of different ways they can be read, and there's so much, I won't even go into it. You could teach a tarot class on all the different ways this could be read, but what I got when I saw it was somebody's going to tell a secret. Like, somebody is going to say something and maybe you didn't even have any idea. I mean, this person could have their eye on you. They could be thinking about you. They could be thinking about you day and night. I mean, it's funny because I have a Virgo in my life and I had such a huge crush on him. I had a whole entire playlist of songs just about my feelings for this guy, but I didn't say a word because it wasn't something that seemed like, it was really going to work or go anywhere. And that's what I saw when I saw this. I was like, somebody's got like a whole playlist of songs that remind them of you. I know that's kind of odd to say, but I feel like it's like this energy that there's so much more interest than you even realize. But something's happening that it's like it's got to come out. It's like they can't hold it in with that Page of Swords in reverse. It's like it's got to come out, or you're going to find out. Like maybe you're going to find out one way or another that somebody's, been thinking about you like crazy. But I'm kind of curious here. 5 of Swords and Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay. And then when I took that Knight of Wands, we had a 6 of Wands. Leo energy. Sometimes this can be a return after a challenge, after a difficulty. Doesn't mean that there's something that's happened between the two of you. Could be somebody that's had a lot going on, a lot of chaotic things, maybe a lot of drama in their life. Maybe they got quiet, something like that. But it is the energy of somebody wanting to show up. And if I didn't mention Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy here, clarified, we have the 5 of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Aquarius and Leo energy here. But this is somebody feeling conflicted, for sure. Going around in circles in their mind. The 5 of Wands can be like drama. It can be, miscommunication. It can be having words with someone. It can be like feeling very frustrated. But remember, swords are thoughts. So this can be somebody going around in circles in their mind. But it's here with the Knight of Wands. It's because they want to take action. Wands are action. As I said, attraction, interest, communication, but it's somebody doing something to show how they feel. I feel like somebody is definitely wanting to take some sort of action. There's a lot of attraction, chemistry with the Knight of Wands. I can get like some real heat, some lust, but they're very attracted to you, going around in circles in their mind, but something is going to come out here because with this Page of Swords in reverse, they can't keep the secret anymore. I mean, maybe you find out from a friend, this person's crazy about you. Who knows? But I feel like it's coming out into the open. Your intentions are the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. Sagittarius and Libra energy could be significant here, but Aquarius and Gemini as well, because it's air, but specifically Libra. And then Sagittarius, I think I just said it with this 10 of Wands, but I almost get this feeling like, okay, I'm not going to say a word till I get this all sorted out and figured out. I got stuff that I'm taking care of. If this person isn't going to, talk or speak up, even though it seems like they're getting all kinds of nudges from the universe, I'm going to focus on, working on what I'm working on, wrapping up what I got to wrap up. Maybe you feel like you've been carrying the weight of this. Maybe you've been feeling the weight, like you've been carrying the weight of the feelings, maybe the communication with the 10 of Wands, but, and it's going to be different for everyone, but it's like I gotta wrap this up. You do have a lot going on. I mean, with the 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, could have a lot that you're dealing with right now, but it's like I gotta wrap this up, and it's almost like I'm not going to say a word until I get there. Like you're heading towards this is somebody who's heading towards home, wrapping something up. It's the end of a burdensome cycle. It is somebody that even though they have a lot on their plate, it's like they're always heading towards the castle. They're heading towards the union. Even, if somebody is dealing with like a Virgo who is quiet, even though there's like some quiet energy, there's some healing energy here, they are heading straight towards you. And I feel that for you as well, Virgo. It's like, who it is that you're interested in. You know what you want, but there's also some healing happening here. The 4 of Swords is somebody who has been through a 3 of Swords situation. You have dealt with your share of pain, and maybe it's something that happened between you and this person. Maybe they didn't communicate. Maybe they were quiet, and it left you to wonder. And I feel like It's almost harder when you're left wondering than if you know. I would just like somebody to tell me, as opposed to somebody just getting quiet or disappearing, which leaves you just wondering, wondering, wondering. I'd rather they just tell me, hey, I've got a lot going on right now or something. And so somebody could have left you, wondering. But whatever the case is, you've dealt with something, but you realize I don't need to put all my energy into the old pain, the old doubt. This is somebody that's hung the Three of Swords up on the wall. They're not going to spend all their time focusing on the pain anymore. They're going to take a rest. They're going to take a break. And then when the moment is right, they're going to take a fresh start. They've got the Ace of Swords here ready to go. I'm going to think new things. I'm going to set out. I'm going to get clear. I'm going to do what I know, is the best thing to do for me. But it's going to be, when I'm ready, when I've had time to process, like that kind of energy. There can be a lot of psychic energy. You could be dreaming about somebody, thinking about somebody, and they could be thinking about you. Now, their intentions. I feel like I've been talking fast in this reading too. There's a lot of information coming in, like really fast. It's almost hard to decide which things to talk about because I'm channeling like a lot of information, but I think it's also just that energy of it started with the Eight of Wands and your person has the Eight of Wands. And so it's like there's something that is just about to kick into high gear. Because for the heart of the matter, it's like you really are, ready. Let's go for this. Your person's intentions are also the Eight of Wands. Forward movement, communication, let's make this happen. I know my Leo reading last night, I was guided for the title to say that somebody may be pulling out all the stops, and that is that kind of energy. Like, I'm not going to let anything stand in the way. We all have a lot going on. We all have a lot to deal with, but when you really care, when you're really excited, when you're really passionate about somebody, you find that time to let them know. And it's really a choice. I'm somebody that took me a long time to realize, I have the time if I make the time. Sometimes it's so easy to get so caught up in the whole whirlwind of life and everything we have to do and everything that's expected of us that, suddenly we just find ourselves and it's the end of the day and we're about to crash and we're tired and worn out because we've been pulled this way and that. And we think, oh, I meant to talk to this person. I meant to do this, and we can change that. We can shift that. And I know some of you might be thinking, no, you don't even know what's going on in my life. Like, I learned if I could even just take on my lunch, 15 minutes to just be quiet and sit on the ground. If I had to go outside, where I was working and sit on the grass, I realized that I could slow things down. Everything is momentum. And it's just amazing that when you take that little time for yourself, and I feel like that's what you're doing here with the Four of Swords, when you get back up to go, everything's a little more calm. It's a little more easy to focus. And so there could have been a pause. There could have been some quiet energy, but I feel like you're both getting some clarity in this process. And there's definitely a desire. There's a desire to talk. There's a desire to make this happen with the Eight of Wands being their intentions. This could be, hearing from somebody that you weren't even expecting to hear from. So your potential outcome is the Moon, the Magician, and the Two of Wands. Oh, and Sagittarius energy once again. Pisces, Aries, and Gemini for me as a reader, and then more Aries here for this Two of Wands. But first of all, we have the Moon. And the Moon can definitely be the energy, of some things that maybe you're not talking about. It can be quiet, can be thinking a whole lot of things. Maybe you haven't said it yet. You've got this Four of Swords. You've got the Moon, Maybe you're thinking, maybe you're processing, maybe you haven't said what's on your mind yet. The Moon can also be a lot of emotions. And it was almost like those emotions, those waves behind this Two of Pentacles, kind of trying to keep up, creep up here. Could be a lot of emotions because look at her. She is waiting in it, she is in it, and sometimes when you have a lot of emotions and maybe you don't have time to sit down and process it all, it can be a little overwhelming. But the Moon, it's a beautiful energy. It's an intuitive energy. It's the energy of listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, following the path of your own inner moonlight, trusting and sometimes things are not what they appear. with the Moon card. It can be like illusions. It's like things seem one way, but there's something else completely going on, and you have to trust your intuition on that. And your guides are saying, trust your intuition because you know what to do. You know what steps to take. The Magician uses all the tools in the tarot. The swords are thoughts. The Magician gets a really clear thought. And I feel like that's what you're working on with this, Four of Swords. You're not going to let, your old hurts, your old pain, all of that run you. You're going to get a really clear thought. And when you feel good and feel right about it, that's the Cups in here. That's when you take action. That's the Wands. You take action when you feel right. We take action when we're stressed. We're going to bring on more stress. But when you pause, you get, clear, you take some time to think till you feel really good and really right about something. Then you take action, then you take a step, then you communicate. You're going to manifest something, and that's what the Pentacles are all about. Something good, something positive. I feel like you're getting a lot of clarity here, Virgo. And then we have this Two of Wands, which is somebody who is preparing to take a step. Could be thinking about reaching out, or could be thinking about what to say to somebody with this Eight of Wands as their intentions, who's talked to you and communicated with you, maybe asked you out, maybe asked you to get, I don't know, just to get together, something like that. And you could be thinking and planning once again, and I'll get a clarifier on this one as well, because sometimes this can be about decisions, deciding what road to take, which path to go, but it is somebody who's still kind of in their comfort zone, but thinking about the next step. But I do feel like there is, this desire to move forward, and that clearly, this is somebody who's planning, somebody who wants to explore this. And we have the Two of Wands again. Oh my goodness. Like, I asked for a clarifier, and we got the Two of Wands clarified by the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands on the side of your person. I feel like with all that together, you get a Six of Wands. And we did see the Six of Wands peeking out earlier, which is the energy of success, forward movement, somebody showing up, coming forward after a challenge. So could really be a moment of showing up. But I feel like with the Two of Wands, clarified by the Two of Wands, Virgo, you know what to do. You know what step to take. Your person's potential outcome are the Five of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Star, and the World. A lot going on here. Okay, Leo energy, first of all, for the Five of Wands. And we saw the Five of Swords with this person. This is the energy of somebody who's feeling conflicted, frustrated, stressed, going in circles. Could be some drama in their daily life that's distracting them, other things going on like that. Or they could just be feeling kind of conflicted about exactly how to, say what needs to be said, do what needs to be done. But the Five of Wands, it can be competition. It can be this person thinking maybe that there is some competition. It can be taking a stand, for something. It also is the energy of taking action, but it's kind of like what I talked about with that Magician card. When you take action from like a really good place, you're going to get a good outcome. You take action from a frustrated, stressed, chaotic place, you're going to attract in more of that. And so I feel like this person really knows that they need to get clear. Before they take a step, they've got to get clear. They've got to know what they're going to do. But things get a lot more positive. Something shifts here. The Queen of Cups, we have Cancer energy, Aquarius for this Star, and the World. We have all the fixed signs. Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus could all be significant here. But I feel like the way this person is kind of getting centered and getting clear is by going into their heart space, because the Queen of Cups, it is one of the most powerful love cards in the tarot, first of all, because it is the energy of really embracing and opening yourself up to what you're feeling. For me, it's like an open heart chakra. It's letting the feelings flow. And I think this person has been conflicted. They have been frustrated. I do feel like they're incredibly attracted to you, but I also feel like there's a lot of deep feelings there as well with this Queen of Cups. And I feel like they do want to do or say something from the heart. Like, look at the way she's like, she just, she's nurturing this cup. This is somebody, who loves the way that they feel about you, even when I feel like they might even get frustrated with themselves at times and not really sure, what to do or say. They do. It's like they love loving you, and they love thinking about you. And obviously, if you're dealing with somebody new and, and a word like love is like a soon for that, then it's nurturing the beginnings of that. But with the star card, the world card, there is healing going on here with the star. This is somebody, and I say it every time, but I feel like it's so important. The star comes right after the tower. It's somebody who's been through something. They've been through a shakeup. They've been through something challenging. But and maybe they've lost something, maybe they've had some things break down, and maybe there was a moment they didn't even really know how to go forward, maybe they lost their confidence. But with the star, they're rising from the chaos, they're rising from the stress, they're rising from the drama. And I love this star. It's a very peaceful energy. It's almost like just learning to rest in the fact that, yeah, that was difficult what I've been through, but I can heal, I can move forward. And with the star card, it is the energy of somebody, maybe everything's fallen apart, but they've risen from it as their true self. It's an authentic energy. It's somebody getting more and more clear about who they are by the day. They could be wishing for you, they could be longing for you. And a lot of times I feel like these are very similar energies here, because the Four of Swords is somebody who's also healing from something, taking a little time, to process, and then they're ready to step forward. Well, the star is the same way. I feel like this is somebody who's opening up their heart, and their heart is more open than it's ever been, maybe because of something really challenging. And we all know, like, it's almost like the harder the things you've been through, like the deeper you can love. And so it's almost like maybe they've been through something, but it's caused them to feel and love even more. And you're the person they're focusing that attention on. You're the person that they're wishing for. With the World card, so this all kind of goes together. And I always read the cards all together. Of course, sitting right next to the Eight of Wands could be getting a message or hearing from somebody that's a world away, either distance-wise or emotionally, maybe been a world away. But they were feeling conflicted. They were feeling frustrated, not sure what action to take. But they feel what they feel, and it's getting deeper by the day. They're recovering from some things, getting more clear about who they are. And with the world energy, it's like the moment they rise from all of that, they want to cross that distance. They want to be with you. For me, the World card in a love reading very often represents those connections that we feel. No matter where we go, no matter what we face, no matter even what happens, in the connection, there's certain people that you can just feel them. You hear a song and it's almost like, they're right there. You can feel that energy no matter where you're at. And I do feel that people that are destined to be together, even if they've never met, can sense each other because you're being more and more drawn towards one another. You hold that same energy, that same vibration. You're moving towards one another. And it's like there's something about this person, healing, going through an awakening, realizing who they are, what they want, and what they want is to cross that distance and come towards you. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean physical distance. It can be. But it can be emotional distance as well. It can just be the distance of maybe we haven't talked in a minute, or maybe we've had a lot going on, and that kind of energy, but it's overcoming that. Now with the World card, there can be cultural differences, there can be age differences, there can be, all sorts of things, different backgrounds from different places. So it can represent that, but coming together. And it also can be success, very positive, completing a cycle, but in a really positive way. And I do have to say, with the star and the World card showing up in a reading, no matter where they show up, can definitely be some really positive things happening, getting some, some recognition. And you could be getting some recognition as well. And that's why this person, like, you're really lighting up to them, and they're really seeing you and they're wishing for you and you mean the world to them, like that kind of energy. But it is very clear they want to cross the distance. They do want to be with you. They do want to see where this can go. They are attracted. They are interested. Something has definitely happened that's caused both of you to need a little time to process and heal. And like I said, for some of you that happened between you. For some of you, that's other things that are going on in your life. But when it comes down to it, the both of you want this to happen. The Eight of Wands on both sides. You're interested, you're attracted, and this could just surprise you. So that is a message that I have for you. I do hope that something in here spoke to you, something resonated. I know these are collective messages and not every word is going to be for every person, but just take what feels like yours. Leave what doesn't for someone else who's meant to hear that message. If you like the reading, please put a like on it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if something spoke to you and you would like a message that is 100% about you, about your connection, I do offer personal readings on my website, charityjanice.com. The details are in the description box. And I do this you and them reading to find out, how your energies are interacting. I have a how do they truly feel to kind of see what somebody's feeling, thinking about you right now. And then I do have a Celtic cross, which just looks at everything that's going on. It looks primarily at your energy, what's coming towards you, that sort of thing. Can show love, work, any a career, whatever. What life path, whatever's on your mind. And for those of you that are dealing with a strong soul connection, I do offer soulmate and twin flame readings. So thought I would let you all know that. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of November. I will be bringing the bonus readings in the middle of the month. Love you, Virgos, so much. So thankful for you. And I will talk to you very soon.